about some tips and tricks for your parenting journey with your little one. So the first tip of the day is let there be mess. What do we mean by this? So when your baby is playing, when your baby is doing any kind of learning activity, whether it's painting, whether it's water play, foam play, any kind of thing, right? Even if they are just playing with fruits and vegetables or some rice grains or pasta, your baby will make a mess, right? Because that's when they are trying to explore their creative side. So they are either in their unbox phase or even in their OTB phase of creativity that we've talked about earlier. And your baby is trying to explore the different things in the world through their five senses. They might throw things around, they might try to break things, they will create a mess, and we should be all okay with it because we have to remember that all of it is part of their growing up process and their learning and development process. It's actually stimulating their brains, their minds, which will help them discover and think sharply, intelligently, build on their smartness as well. Our next tip for you is that confidence is everything. Confidence is everything. What do we mean by this? So what we mean is that our babies, when they are born, they are supremely confident, right? So they think that they can do everything that an adult can. They don't know that they are a baby. They don't know that adults have all the experience, they have bigger bodies, they are more physically capable. They don't know anything like that, right? They just feel that whatever an adult can do, they can do it as well. Once they start growing older, what happens is that they are told again and again, multiple times, that they are probably not capable or do not have the ability to do some of the things that adults are doing. And this actually leads to them not even attempting to do things that they were capable of. So what we must do is we must try and build the confidence in our babies. We must encourage them. We must try and tell them to discover for themselves whether they are capable or not capable of doing something without actually having us telling them that they are not capable. So build up their confidence because confidence is everything, right? The third tip for you guys is stop saying no. Stop saying no. What do we mean by this? Think about it. If you and I, if we were trying to do something and if we were constantly told that no, you are not capable of doing this, or no, you cannot do this, no, you're not allowed to do this, how would we feel? So I think for most people, most adults, after 5 or 6 times that we are denied something, we would probably be sad, probably lose our confidence, probably just give up, right? Just 5 or 6 times of hearing no is enough for our belief to be shaken and for us to not attempt something, right? But think about how it works with babies. They are constantly hearing no, 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 don't do that, no, don't touch that, no, don't go there, no, don't do that, no, don't say this, no, you can't do that, you cannot eat that, you cannot go there, it's risky, it's dangerous, etc., 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 right? They're just so used to saying no so many times. Think about what that must feel like for them. If we as adults, if we, with all of our smartness, all of our understanding, if we are able to lose our confidence in just 5 or 6 times of being denied something, think about what the barrage of denials and no's does to your baby, right? It just shatters their confidence and leads them to just stop attempting. What we must do instead is we must try and tell them what they should do instead, rather than telling them what not to do. For example, if we want our baby to not have a chocolate or not have ice cream, right? So what we can say instead is that, okay, you've had a chocolate today, how about a mango instead of a chocolate? So instead of saying, no, you cannot have a chocolate, we present a better option. So the idea here is that we want to minimize the number of times we deny our babies and we say no to them as much as possible by talking about the alternate positive tone of voice. My next tip for you is to look out for the miracles. Now, what do we mean by this? So when Prabal was born, right? So when my own son was born, we started following the Prodigy framework with him. We started doing a lot of things with him. And he started to be mobile at the age of about 2.5 to 3 months. I think a lot of you guys have seen his video where he is crawling at that age. And because we didn't know any better, we did not celebrate that moment as much as we should have. So what I mean to say is that it was only after several months that we found out that babies actually start to crawl only at 7.5 to 8 months of age. So my tip for the day is look out for the miracle moments. It doesn't have to be that your baby has to start doing things early or your baby is doing things better than average. Just celebrate every moment of anything that your baby is trying to show to you, present to you, whether it's talking, singing, moving, walking, identifying colors, identifying objects, reading, math, anything, right? Each of those moments are super precious. Celebrate each moment and bring that joy along with your baby in your life. And my last tip for you is build a routine. Babies love routines, right? Babies love to have a routine set for them, the time that they are having a bath, the time that they are getting dressed, the time that they are eating, the time that they are sleeping. If they have a routine in their life, they are very happy, they are joyful, they are not cranky, they are not irritable. They love that, right? So build a routine around your baby. If you're doing the Prodigy framework or any of the activities that we suggest or anything, any kind of learning framework that you're following, make sure that you're trying to do it as a routine. What do we mean by that? We don't mean that everything has to be done at a particular time in the day. But by a routine, what we mean is, suppose you're doing the learning activity right after breakfast, right? So if they have their breakfast at 8:30 or 9 a.m., right after that, you go into your learning routine. Maybe they're doing it right after their dad comes back from work. So if the dad comes back at 6 p.m., right after that, you start your learning routine, right? So build a routine because that just gives sort of a certainty and predictability in your baby's life, which they really enjoy, and that keeps them happy, keeps them motivated, also helps them to look forward to that particular time of the day when they are having fun and also learning in those 5 minutes that you do with your baby.